Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
We all know that we all listen every day, every moment, every second, every minute. But what is really listening in real life? Do we have any idea on what aspects do we follow while we listen in the real life, or while we do the listening every day? Let's take it that way. So, do we know what should we consider? Do we know what should we not consider? Do we know really what we do while we listen, or do we know the benefits or side effects of not listening correctly? So today's video is completely on this. As of now, we discussed the importance of listening. We also did the process of listening. Now let's move our attention and let's turn our attention to the real life listening. Like, what do we really need to listen in the real life? Hello friends. Till now we've been discussing of the importance of listening, what's listening, what's effective listening, and we've also done the process of listening. But right now we have to turn our attentions to what is real life listening. So what do you really mean by real life listening? What we listen and why we listen to different utterances is what we are going to do in this video. Basically, we listen because we want to exchange a lot of information, ideas. We want to exchange a lot of responses. And we do it every day, every moment, because that's how we come to know each other. So one person's knowledge goes to the next person, one person's ideas gets exchanged with another person. So person to person, individual to individual, we change our ideas and knowledge. And that's why we think that we require listening for exchanges, idea, knowledge, exchanging concepts. And that's how we go from one person to another. It's an ongoing active passing on process where information is passed from one individual to another all the time, every time. We also listen because we want to share our feelings. So there are a lot of times we have feelings. We are happy, we are sorrow, we have joy feelings, we are sad feelings. So we also interchange or exchange our feelings from one person to another all the time. Not only this, we also listen because we also want an entertainment. So if you see that we normally listen to a lot of poetry, poems, we listen to music, we listen to TV, we listen to rhymes, jokes, movie dialogues. This entire listening process is completely to keep ourselves entertained and happy. So that's the reason why we have to listen properly and effectively and actively. Now let's see in real time what are the different aspects that we look forward where we talk about listening in various walks of life. So let's concentrate on conversations and interactions. Friends, what do you really mean by conversation and interaction? Where we take part, where the listening is actively involved. So where I'm listening and it's actively involved. And it's an involving process where it's involved me completely. In this category, we include conversations, discussions, group discussions, seminars, conferences, classrooms, sessions, interactive sessions. We would also say training sessions for that matter, dialogues, interviews. Now, all these kinds of conversations are those types of conversations which require a lot of interaction, which require a lot of attention. In all these interactions, the participants and listeners and speakers switch their roles alternately. So suppose at the times the speaker is speaking, there are the other people who are interacting. Suppose if the interactors are now speaking, the speaker has to now become a listener. So the roles of the speaker and the interactive people are always interchanging alternately. And that's why we speak according to the situation. So it changes according to the situation. Now suppose to give you an example, I give a lecture in the classroom. So when I give lectures, I always say questions are welcome. So when there is an issue or when there is a query which anyone wants to ask me while I'm doing my training session, they would always say, ma'am, I have a question or a query to ask. And I would say, yes, please. And then they would ask those questions. Now they have become the speaker and I have become the listener. So that's how situationally the entire training session goes on alternately changing the interactions right from the speaker to the listener and the audience and whoever are involved in those processes. Here, both the parties participate equally. So they're fully comfortable and they are equally into it, where both the parties are now interacting with each other. But most of the time, conversations do not take place, and ideas and conditions whatsoever do not get exchanged, or it's difficult to understand each other. There are situations like this. So most of the time during the conversations and interactions, the exchange of knowledge and ideas don't take place. Maybe because of a difficult mindset, or maybe because people are not able to understand each other. There can be any reason in that particular situation. Now, in that kind of situation, we must be trained, and we must train ourselves every day to listen effectively, even if we are in a bad situation, or we are inconvenient, or we lack of understanding. We have to get into the process of training ourselves to be active listeners every day. The best way to do this is to use our predicting skills. Now, when I say predicting skills, that means that these are the skills where we see a speaker talking in front of us and we start predicting what he is supposed to say, or what he's saying, or we make like a picture frame in front of us. So that time we need to understand that right now is the correct time to use our predicting skills. When we use our predicting skills, this fills in the gap in between the speaker and the other people. So it makes others comfortable. It may make yourself also comfortable. And you can do this by guessing or by predicting. So many a times you can guess what the person is supposed to say by his body language, by the way he's talking, his gestures, postures, and it's very easy because it fills in the gap then between you and the speaker. So friends, this is one aspect which is called conversations and interactions in the lifetime, in the real life, what we do while we listen. And it's very, very important to know this, because many a times we fall into such situations but we do not know what do we call it, or what does that really mean. So now we know this, right? Let's move on to the next aspect. Listening to live conversation and utterances. Now in this situation particularly, where the listener does not take part in the conversation. So the listener is only a listener. He is not and the other side of the table where there is an alternative process of exchanging of ideas and information. He is simply a listener. Now this might sound a little strange, how the listener cannot be a participant, or how the listener cannot interact. But there are several situations where the listener is actually not a participant. Sometimes your friends might be talking to you something of their relevance, or something of their interest, but you at that moment are not interested in that topic. So you might just listen to them, because if you don't, they might feel bad, but then you might not take active participation in that conversation. The same way, we also have situations where we listen to little announcements happening at the railway station, at the airport, at the banks, then exhibitions, classrooms, exam center halls, certain instructions, exchange of instructions, etc. So all these places where the speaker only expects the listeners to listen to his information given, because that's an information coming from one way. It's a one-way process where the listener is only listening and not participating at all. Because the situations are such where we are not exchanging ideas, but we are only giving a lot of information. Even if we are not participating, but we do listen to what the instructions are, and we definitely follow them. So when an instruction is going on at the railway station that so and so train comes at the so and so platform, we definitely see to it that we are on that platform if we have to reach that destination. So that's what we mean by participants. Participants in another way, not like interactions. So they are participants, but they are not interactors, but they're still listeners. We also listen to news, TV channels, radio. We listen to music, drama. We watch dramas. We also listen to home theaters, and we follow lectures in the college where the lecturer is just speaking and we are just listening to him. Then a lot of speeches, addresses, and etc. In all these situations, the listeners are involved, but they are not really participating in the conversations and interactions. So now we know what are the two major aspects of our real-time listening. One is conversation and interaction, and the other one is conversations and utterances. So friends, now it will be easy for you to understand where you should fall in and what you should follow. So friends, thank you for watching this video. Please stay tuned to our channel and please subscribe to our channel, and you can press the bell button for if you like the video. Thank you.